So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? One,
Yes.
2, 3.
Think clap.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we're passengers.
Okay, welcome to I've Had It. This is probably going to be one of the most humiliating episodes
Of our entire lives.
we have ever recorded simply because about 6-8 months ago, my son calls me and he's like, Mom, Hasan Piker's talking about you on his stream. And I'm like, who is Hasan Piker and what is a stream?
Right. What is all
And
that?
so we find out and then I watch it and I'm like, he loves us. Therefore, I love him.
Right, we love him.
It was that transactional for us. And so then it's like we're inviting the I've Had It ladies, because we're ladies, to LA. They're going to be on our podcast. We love these people. And then we were ghosted.
Yes. We got broken up with.
We got butthurt and we instituted the white girl breakup.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
we placed a ban on the Fear and podcast. This is a temporary lift of the band. The ban. It is a trial run to see how this goes.
Okay.
We'll have to have a meeting afterwards when we get back to Oklahoma City to see if the ban will be lifted forever. But before we introduce our guests, I'm Jennifer,
I'm Angie.
and we have with us Hasan, Will, and Austin.
Yes.
And these guys do this thing called Twitch. For our listeners that don't know, I have been paying Twitch a lot of money for many years because my children play
Paying
video
me?
games.
For
on there.
Hasan.
Like literally paying me, which I did not know. Thank you.
Yes. thank you.
Basically, for our listeners that don't know, these fellows engage in major indoctrination of young minds. And I appreciate it so much because there are so many kids that live in states like ours in Oklahoma City or rural America. And all they know is what their parents tell them and what their schools tell them. And
their
they
church.
get this other world view. And I think it's incredibly helpful what you all do.
Yes. Well,
But
thank you. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I don't want to be too positive though, because that's not the premise of this podcast.
Yeah.
So Pumps, why don't you tell us what you've had it with?
Okay, what I've had it with, and it just happened when we landed in LA.
Okay.
This woman gets on, you have to leave the terminal, you get on a bus, and you ride to get your baggage claim or to your car. This fucking woman had her FaceTime out with her like 2 and 3-year-old kids, and she is baby talking, which I'm fine with the baby talk to a kid. Then she starts kissing the iPhone FaceTime in front of all these people. I'm like, fucking stop it.
Yeah. Stop it.
Bacteria.
Wait till get in your car. Wait till you're by yourself. Go in the bathroom. Like nobody wants to see that.
Yeah. Go in the bathroom.
So I've had it with these people. I've had it with toddlers. I've had it with everything.
I love that.
You know, one thing we've noticed in LA is we really haven't seen children.
We've
And
been here
our-
for 4 days.
Yeah.
Which is
Wait,
cool, right?
It's
It's
fantastic.
amazing.
It's awesome.
It makes it a much better
we've
place.
aborted them all.
Plan
big
B
fans.
for everyone. Plan B coffee. Okay, let me tell you guys what I've had it with. Okay. Slow walkers are an especially egregious gripe of mine. Okay. But when you have slow walkers that are a pair and they're holding hands,
and they're blocking the sidewalk.
this is fatal. This is
Yes.
this is a massive violation. If you're going to be a slow walking couple, you have to go single file. You cannot hold hands
No.
and snail's pace it down the sidewalk. That is not part of the social contract.
Yep.
I've got things to do.
Yep.
I'm
You'd
not
make
a
a great New
lollygagger. I don't want to pussyfoot. I want to steamroll down the sidewalk as quickly as I can. We were behind these old people at the hotel.
Yes.
And they decide to hold hands, which I thought that's interesting that they've been together that long and they want to hold hands, but whatever. That might be heartwarming to some. I was somewhat annoyed by it.
I was irritated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
exactly. Why are you
There's
bragging
no way they like each other.
that you're so
No,
in
they've been married too long.
and then they're slow walking and and you're trying to dart to get around them. And it was just like, I hate old people and these people, not to be ageist, but in those moments, you can just really hate.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Yes.
Move it or lose
No
it.
old people, no toddlers.
Correct.
That is the California dream.
It is.
You guys would love it here.
We would. We would absolutely love it here.
Okay,
Yes.
I want to go down roll call. Hasan, you want to go first?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, let's
go
hear
ahead.
it.
And I'm going to make them at ease by jumping in.
Okay.
I've had it with NFL fans because recently they've been pretty fucking gatekeepy.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Swift has brought a lot of new fans
Amazing.
to the NFL. And I remember being a new NFL fan. My uncle played in the NFL, and it was very scary for me because if you've never watched football before, there are a lot of fucking stupid rules like a safety or
Right.
offensive pass interference that take a while to adjust to. And I like the new fans coming in. We got fresh blood, right?
Right.
And they've been very gatekeepy. And I've seen a lot of people on X or Twitter say like, oh, I can't even watch football games anymore because all these Swifties are enjoying football. Fuck you. They're watching the same dumb sport you're watching.
Right.
Let them have fun.
Let them enjoy it.
Yes.
I think that's interesting. I'm going to dovetail off of that because I've had it with Twitter.
Ooh.
X.
Oh, absolutely.
It is something that I have finally said, oh my God, I can't stand this anymore to this week where I think since Elon Musk took over, I mean, this is a bit of a cliche at this point, but like since Elon Musk took over, the website has been forcibly, like by force, turned into this like right-wing forum.
Agree.
Yeah.
And it's just not even good content overall. Like I am someone who's fascinated with right-wing commentary. I love looking at hogs in the wild, you know, and that's what I call it hog watch. Like I love dressing up like a right-wing guy and you know, LARPing, live action role play. But it's just awful if it's the dominant narrative all the time. Everything on the timeline is just like CCTV footage of fight videos and then like AI generated content from like the historian that is just basically like a video that they found and repurposed. They're just, you know, fake information and then so much racism.
I don't even use it.
So much
Total.
racism.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And homophobia.
Oh, yeah.
It's awful.
It's unusable. Like it's just
Yeah, it used to be
sucks.
gay porn. Now it's just homophobia.
I just found out the other day you can watch porn on Twitter.
What?
Yeah, I had no idea.
You could always go to Ted Cruz's liked tweets.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz. I realized something, and this is an amazing factoid. Men our age, right? I would say around 35 is the cutoff now, 36. The percentage under that age that have Googled the word boobs at one time in their life is almost a solid 100.
Even I've Googled boobs and I'm gay.
Yeah.
One of my passwords is boobs.
Yeah.
Really?
Why did you reveal that?
Nobody.
See, we are just alike because I
Yeah.
get password.
I got
I'm the
one of my
worst.
passwords is boobs.
Yeah, okay.
You have to figure it out, folks.
That's
First
bad.
time I told my
That's
money
bad
manager
OPSEC.
my passwords for stuff, it was a humiliating day.
What, that
They're all disgusting sex acts.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys what I've had it with.
Okay, what
Let's
is
hear
it?
I travel a lot.
Okay.
Almost every week I'm on a plane.
Yeah.
Mostly coming to this podcast.
Perpetual vacation.
I've had it with motherfuckers. Can I curse on this podcast?
Absolutely.
Cocksuckers.
Okay, don't celebrate
Okay,
it.
yeah. That don't know how to exit an airplane in an orderly fashion.
Yeah.
Agree.
It is row by row. You wait patiently. People grab their bags. You exit like a normal human being, not like an animal. I was in the first row of a plane last night. I got up to grab my bag and was steamrolled by 3 people behind me that could not exit the plane. It is the most annoying thing I can't stand it. I have shoulder check people.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
shoulder
that
checked
old
people.
couple that you saw.
Yes.
Well, actually, speaking of old, this was an elderly woman who was struggling to get her bag down.
You shoulder checked
No. She was struggling to get her bag, and people were trying to go past her. So I shoulder checked
The person.
the person that was trying to go past her, and I helped her get her bag. And then I was a body shield as she walked up the gate, because that's how we should respect our elders. I've had it with people that don't know how to exit a plane in an orderly fashion.
It's awful.
It's awful, and it's a problem. It's a huge. We need to make
a
an address.
problem.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Exactly.
Like, you're in the back of the bus.
Yeah,
Like,
wh-
just
yeah.
wait.
Where are you going? That is exactly
I also
true.
think with air travel, there is a lot of pre-boarding fraud going on where
Yes.
there's no
100%.
oversight.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody is checking. It's like families with small children, and then you see like teenagers boarding
Yep.
with their parents.
Yeah.
And people that need special assistance. And you see some like roid guy, you know, who just snorted a bunch of creatine in the bathroom prior pre-boarding.
Yes.
And I'm like, is there any oversight in this? Or we
Well,
just
he might be military.
Yeah, he might be a veteran.
That's right.
we accidentally we
Which
thought
also, I don't think they should get priority either. I'll say it.
I think it's
I think they should. But
I
that's
think
just
it's
me.
wheelchair and that's it.
Yeah.
Same with parking. I think we're getting too many carve outs for people. If you are sincerely disabled, then you should have a preferred parking spot and preferred boarding to the plane.
Yeah.
Beyond that, but here's something fascinating we found out in doing this podcast, and y'all need to start checking this. Okay, so as you watch the pre-boarders, count the wheelchairs on. And then when you get off that jet bridge, count how many are waiting. It's always less. They call it the jet bridge Jesus phenomenon. People are faking being disabled to pre-board and getting pushed onto a plane. They get in their seat, and then miraculously, they walk off the jet bridge.
Oh my God.
And a lady told us that came to our live show that's a pilot. She told us this. So I've been doing it. The first flight after that.
So you're faking a disability?
No.
Nice.
So I counted 7 wheelchairs on our flight after this show. 7 disabled people go on. When I got off the jet bridge, 3 wheelchairs were waiting.
Yeah.
4 people were scamming the system.
You need to
Skirters.
confront one of these people with a hidden camera.
It's a great idea.
Where's your wheelchair, bitch?
It's just the problem is like
Stand up.
The problem is like you do run into the issue that like they could actually be disabled.
Right, that would be my problem. I'd go do that to
Yeah.
somebody that really like has an amputated leg or something, and then
Yeah.
I'd be the biggest asshole.
But if they do, then they would probably need a wheelchair on the way out, right?
Yeah, but how do you know?
But you don't
That's
know.
the
You
thing.
don't know who's who. You don't know who's taking the wheelchair.
There's no oversight in this.
There needs to be a regulation.
This is where your and Pumps's flirtation with Karenism
See?
could come in handy.
Jesus. See?
We can check mark the people.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
I
need
do
to-
that
we
for
need to do
stolen valor. I'm like, if you're a vet, like I need to see your credentials. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a veteran? Okay, which wars did you fight in? And even then, I'm like, you shouldn't get pre-boarded.
Can I pose something about the unloading and loading of a plane?
this. Yeah.
Why don't we fucking board from the back to the front?
I agree.
Great idea.
Because I paid more.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
I'm sure there's actually a very
makes
real
sense.
reason.
No,
No.
the reason is they want to give first class more
Yes,
time to give them an extra incentive.
Yes, they want to give people, number one, the incentive. Number two, they want to give people, there's limited bin space typically.
Right.
They want to give those people, but I agree with you.
Yes.
And in all seriousness, I
just
agree
makes
with you.
more
It
sense.
makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more efficient. The airlines would
Totally.
probably save money too. I'm curious with the cost analysis of the efficiency that they would, the efficiencies that they would have boarding that way and how
I'm sure
much
they've
they're
thought
gaining
this
from
through,
the
though.
loyalty program.
I'm sure they've thought it through. Like they probably, they cut corners on everything.
I'm going to tell you why. They want the stowage to walk through first class and see that piece of life.
Yeah.
So that they're like, I want that for myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it next time.
Yeah.
Well, to aspire to.
Yes.
First class, they're
Aspirational
pinching
moments.
everything though. It's getting worse
Right.
now.
No warm nuts anymore.
No warm nuts, no hot towels. You and I are the
I
same.
love the hot towel.
No hot towels though.
No hot towels.
Plastic cups. What the fuck?
Yeah, I hate it.
I want some crystal.
What is this, a barbecue? You know what I mean? See, we're the same. Do your podcast viewers know that you're a Karen? Or,
Yes,
or
they do.
A white
I
hat.
know.
I want to inform them you're a white hat Karen.
I'm doing it for the good of
of
humanity.
the people.
Yes.
Because you stand up for we band together and we find those people that
we
are
make a change.
Yes.
a
Some
real
people
change.
say
Exactly.
Che Guevara was a white hat Karen.
Yeah.
You're regulators.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
when he went
regulators.
and
Exactly.
fought,
Okay, I
when he
wanna-
went and fought
Yes,
alongside,
exactly.
in Africa to liberate African nations, like that's what he was doing.
Okay.
That's almost what we're doing with
Yeah.
I want you all to explain to us. I have no idea what this is.
Okay.
Pumps will have no idea what this is.
Okay.
What is a self-suck incident?
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I.
I think I should. I can. Do you want to tackle this, or do you want me to tackle?
Well, you're the one that dies in them all
You're
the
the
time.
one. Yeah. You are the most self.
Did you guys say that I died in one of those when I left?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
of
said it about Cutie too.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a long running joke where we have many guests of the pod, and part of the reason we do that is so that we have the flexibility to miss episodes. A long time ago, though, we were talking about sucking your own cock,
Okay.
and various members of the podcast admitted that they have tried or succeeded.
All men have tried, by the way.
Yes,
All
or
men.
succeeded
Yes.
to suck
Really?
their own cock.
Yes. If your husband has said no, ask him. He's lying. Ask him. Ask him when you get home.
I will. I'm going
Call
to.
him.
I'm going to call him after
call him.
this.
Yeah, call
I'll call him.
But I was the first member of the pod to miss an episode, and the reason that they gave during
I
the
immediately
episode
started lying and said
was
he
that
died.
I had sucked my own cock to death. And someone on the internet posted an in memorial to me that my 93-year-old father found.
No.
And he reached out to me and was like, Will, are you okay? I'm seeing this. And I was like, wait, someone's saying I'm dead? And he's like, yeah, and they're saying that you sucked your own cock to death. So this became our go-to excuse for whenever
somebody
misses
misses?
the pod, they've passed away in a tragic self-suck
Right.
accident.
Right. Yes. Which it started with Will, but evidently all of us. Hasan has never missed a podcast.
I've never, because I don't die when self-sucking. That's the whole.
He's the only successful.
I'm able to survive.
Yes.
Survive.
So, you know, I have to say, I don't know that is a thing with women. Do you know anybody who's tried to
Self-munch?
eat their own vagina?
Self-munch? No, I don't know any self-munchers.
Are there any? I'm going to look this up. Is there any?
It would have to be tough. You'd have to be a contortionist.
Right. There's nothing coming
Yeah.
back at you.
Or Gene Simmons-esque with the...
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I've never even thought about it.
You'd have to definitely take out a couple ribs like Marilyn Manson,
Yeah.
which is
And it's a lot more sophisticated. I don't know what it's like to eat pussy.
Oh, he doesn't know anything about vaginas.
I don't really know much about it, but I imagine it's a lot more intricate and sophisticated. So it takes a little bit more. Not only is it hard to stretch that far, but the detail or the orientation
lose
of the detail.
You know,
Did you not know
point
what a
accuracy.
clitoris was?
I think this would make you like strange bedfellows with like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson,
Yes.
Ted Cruz.
Yes.
I don't think these men
No, they don't.
know
They don't-
anything about
I
a
realize
vagina.
how much in common I have with straight men is my lack of understanding of a vagina.
That's
Right.
exactly
But
right.
you know, the difference between us is between me and straight men is if I were to have to be with a woman, I would put forth the effort.
You would
right.
study.
Put some effort
No,
in.
you wouldn't. You're a selfish top.
He's a liar. He doesn't. He's a liar.
You wouldn't.
I would totally.
I'm a real service top.
You are. He's.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We're
So
both
for all the
service
viewers
tops.
here, this is my gay friend Hasan Piker. He loves men.
I don't
Sexually.
care. Sure, whatever.
Yeah. See. Look,
Yeah.
he's so confident in his sexuality.
So you said your dad was 93.
Yeah.
How old was he when you were born?
60... Oh, God, math. I got a math.
Were you
this.
an accident?
No, I wasn't an accident. I called myself a half-court shot. I had two older brothers from a different marriage. And then my mom was much younger than my dad. And they met on a plane and they had a 20-year whirlwind romance. And then,
Do you think that you were a Viagra baby?
no, my dad up until he broke his femur recently, but right up until then, reports that he had a diamond cutter. He was
Really?
he was just a real cocksman.
Very virile man.
So
Vira-
respectfully,
is that
how do you
fertile?
get that information?
Mom and I
great
we have a different relationship. We're very open.
My mom and I too. So
Yeah.
I get it. I
Yeah,
understand.
I think my dad is one of those like Ivy Leaguers who would just have too much pride to take Viagra.
So he'd just be like,
He would just will it. Yeah, he'd watch 8 hours of
Wait, he
women's,
just limp dick it?
of women's volleyball.
What do they call that when you just limp it into
Big
the
worm.
Squeeze
Soft
the
serve.
Squeeze
Soft serve. I freaking hate a soft serve.
that.
Oh, it's the worst.
Oh, so you've experienced this.
Yes.
Oh, her
I have.
ex-husband was soft serve extraordinaire.
Oh my god.
So there's this great story when she's married. They've been divorced for a long time now, but she calls me and she's like, "Oh my God, he came home and he always wants to have like all my children, days of our life sex. It's so ridiculous. We have to start by
What
French
is all
kissing.
my children days of my-
like where you start French kissing,
and making out, and it's long.
soap opera
and,
sex.
Soap
You
opera
know,
sex.
You don't like the foreplay?
I don't want to French kiss my ex-husband ever.
So
Wait,
they,
but so he
my
was your
God.
ex at this point?
No.
current husband.
Current husband.
So
Current
she's
I
telling
hated him.
Okay.
She's telling me that she's having to French kiss him and they're having sex and he just can't really, he keeps soft serving after soft serving. And she's like, this is going to have to end. So she says, why don't we just do it from behind?
Oh,
So he flips her over, seals the deal, lift off, right?
Yeah.
So then for
Is
about
he gay?
36
No,
hours,
it's
we'll get
insane.
to that. We get to 36 hours later and he's like victory lapping, telling
Yes.
her for the next day and a half, boy, you really love it from behind, don't you? So this was like 20 years ago. So now all the time, anytime sex comes up, I'm always like, yeah, Pumps really likes it from behind. Which really, it was just an efficiency thing.
Right, it was an efficiency.
She
Like,
wanted
I will
to
go
raw dog it.
faster.
She wanted to raw dog it to land the plane. She knew that would probably make it.
So,
Take it over the top.
so was it never enjoyable?
Maybe in the beginning, I think. Thank God I got pregnant really fast.
Really?
Yeah, before we got married. I think it's always better before you get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marriage doesn't sound great.
No.
No.
Is it?
I'm not a fan.
I love my husband. We've been through a lot because of his addiction, and there are times where I hated him like massively.
Yeah.
But I love him. He's great. He's pretty gay, like you all are.
Perfect.
I mean, like total metro,
Awesome.
super
Love that.
progressive. He's awesome, and I enjoy him so much. We like to do the same shit. We're both really shallow, and so my marriage to him right now is great. But marriage is one of those things, like with anything, where you go through like peaks and valleys. And here's the thing that is not advertised about marriage that really fucking pisses me off. If you're fortunate enough to grow up and you have your own bedroom. You have your own bedroom from like 0 to 18, and you have your own bedroom. Maybe you have a Jack and Jill. You're only sharing it with one person, or maybe you have your own en-suite bathroom. And then you go on and you have some college roommates, and then you're independent again, and you have live by yourself. And then you're forced to share a bed, a bathroom, and a
Closet.
closet with somebody. And that really pushes what I think human beings are able to tolerate.
God, you are spitting facts. My girlfriend streams out of our bedroom, so there are so many times I have to get ready like a fucking prison inmate in the back of her. Like she'll be on camera, and I have like a towel, and I have to put on underpants like under.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel disgusting.
Well, you just need to buy a new house now.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Have her own
It's
bedroom.
it's you sharing so much, and then sometimes you go. I remember like how in love you are in the beginning. You're fucking like rabbits. It's great, and then like a couple years into marriage, you look over and you're like, I fucking hate the way this person breathes.
Yes.
I don't want to share oxygen. But then a couple of weeks later, you're madly in love again. It's really
It's
like
like it's like
schizophrenic,
this, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And you have periods where you're not.
It's the same thing with kids.
Would you say the secret? Would you say
We
the secret?
life partners.
Yeah,
we can avoid all of this.
Well, yeah, we're
we can
gonna
avoid
we're gonna
all
get
of it.
heterosexually
Thank
gay
you.
married.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say.
I love that.
But I think do you think the secret is like maybe having like a sense of privacy, which is like virtually impossible after knowing someone for 10 years, but still like, you know, maybe not farting in front of your partner or something for as long as you can hold it. It sounds silly.
Yeah,
but I
no,
feel like
no,
that
but it's
can-
just like
I keep those sorts of things private because I think as a heterosexual female that you always kind of have to keep an allure of to keep that kind of spice. Like I don't want to just rip in front of Josh.
Yeah.
And ever.
Does he
But
rip in front of you?
Sometimes, but I was kind of eyeing. I mean, but yeah, sometimes he does. But I would say the secret is this: like for Josh and me, he is an atheist. I'm an atheist. He's incredibly progressive. I'm incredibly
love
progressive. We both live in Oklahoma City. So the pickings were very thin to find that type of person. And so we like kind of clung on to each other. But then we like the same shit. We like to hate the same shit. We like to love the same shit. So those common things and the sex can kind of weave in and out of it, you know, where sometimes you're really attracted to each other and then sometimes you kind of go through a dry spell. But having things in common, like where when we go on a trip, I'm like, we like to do all of the exact same shit. Whereas Pumps, if we gay married, she wants to watch MSNBC 24/7, 365.
Oh my
When
God,
she
my mom
switches
is
to
the
the
same
Midas
way.
Touch. And she thinks Ben Mysalis is her boyfriend. She notices when he gets his haircut. And like we're in Vancouver on the hot shit tour. And I'm like, we're in Vancouver. Let's go walk around. Let's go shopping. And she's like, oh no, I got to watch Ben. But if Josh were with me, like we'd be at Prada doing totally shallow shit together.
Oh my God, he is
and
gay.
would feel like good people. You know?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
We play tennis together, pickleball. So
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Do y'all play pickleball?
And
Yes.
I'm a
it's really
basketball
becoming
guy.
popular.
So I'm a racket sportsman. I played squash in college. I was really good. My dad was actually a national champion at one point in his illustrious
He
career.
almost went to
Nice.
Cornell with a scholarship.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow.
And then I was also a tennis pro growing up. I played tennis. And,
You were a
and-
tennis
What are you like a 5-0?
Not
4 or 5?
anymore. Not anymore. But pickleball, you know, I kind of like my friends were playing at Creators, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun. I'll get out." And I started beating ass.
Yeah,
You liked it.
Okay, so this story, I don't think I've ever told you. I forget who you played pickleball with, but I remember someone telling me that they had no idea that you were like a racket smith, I guess.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we were just like, we play pickleball pretty competitively. And then we asked Will Neff to come join us one time. And he apparently brought his little dog Farley with him.
Yeah.
And
I
he was like,
I played a 1v2 set
Yeah,
against
he
these
played-
guys who thought they were good, and I held my dog the entire time, and
and
I
he
dismantled.
what? He was. They were like, it's insane. He just held his dog while 1v2ing both of us.
That is abusive.
Yeah.
That's a fucking flex right there.
You like went to the pickleball court and chose violence.
Yeah,
I mean, that is.
there wasn't a dry seat in the house. It was very.
No, it was so. It's so funny that they because they had no idea, and I was like, yeah, he's like a racquetball pro. Or something.
None of this surprises me though. Will is one of the most incredible athletes. He's anything you could put Will Neff in, he'll be the best at it. Like he would be like if he was gay, I wouldn't. There would not
I
be.
would suck
he would,
your
he
ass
would
off.
suck me under the table.
You say that about Will, but you still think that I couldn't outfuck you if I were
No,
gay.
of course not. You'd throw out a hip or something.
That's insane. that is
seriously. You tap
that
out
is
after the first pussy. Are you kidding me?
unimaginable.
After the first
This is
pussy.
false.
Pussy is
This is
tighter than
false.
you haven't experienced
You
it. You've
are
been fucking pussy for
afraid.
too long.
You are afraid.
You have no idea.
You are afraid. Will backs me up on this anyway. You're afraid of what I would do.
Also, you exceed the weight limits of most twinks in West
It
Hollywood.
doesn't matter.
There are
It does
weight
not
limits.
matter.
It does. They are very fragile. You would snap multiple in two. We'd have a lot
doesn't
of.
matter.
This is not.
We'd
our
have a
podcast.
lot of twinks. We'd have a lot of twinks boarding
Look
airplanes in
how defensive he
wheelchairs.
gets. The reason why he gets this defensive is because he is afraid. He is afraid.
your gayness.
Guys, this is not our pod.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know, we love it.
Is
No,
it
we
fine?
love it.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
so
we
sorry.
love it.
I'm
So wait, you
sorry.
think they're afraid of your gayness, your unlocked gayness?
If I was one day, if I took the magic Homosil pill that we are trying to invent that
Okay.
turns you gay,
Okay.
that allows
take
you
it.
to enjoy
Yeah.
having sex with men and find men sexually attractive, I would outfuck him. I would outfuck him under the table, and he is genuinely afraid. He's so worried that like you're so worried that every time I post a photo, this is something that maybe you ladies don't know about gay men, but apparently they're fascinated with armpits.
Yes. Do you,
Really?
ladies, do you like
Ne-
armpits?
No.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
He's a pit guy.
I love
Yeah.
armpits.
A pit guy?
Men
We
are-
were
no,
recently
armpits.
in Salt Lake City. We did a live show there, and there were all these ex-Mormons that came to like our meet and greet. And they said, you know, because Mormons are constantly trying to not have vaginal sex. So they're, they're dock it, don't rock it,
Yeah.
soak it. Well, this ER nurse said that they would get like STDs in their armpits and like behind their legs because that's where they were fucking.
Jesus.
Yeah, tell them the story about
How did they get the STD in the first place? if
Because
they're only
somebody broke
fucking
the rules.
armpits?
Somebody
somebody
had vaginal
broke the
sex.
fucking rules.
Yeah,
How do you go back to an armpit? After you had this.
I was going to say that. How do you? We need to find this person.
somebody. But listen
Okay,
to this
here's
story.
the best part. So she tells us that
awesome.
one night an ambulance comes to the ER, and it's a guy that had been docking, which is no movement. You're just like looking at each other. And the girl sneezed. So he had an orgasm. He called an ambulance and called the police, accusing rape and demanded a rape kit.
The guy did?
The guy
Yes.
did.
Wait,
So he was docking, and he was docking, don't rock it. And she sneezed, and I guess it made her kind of do an involuntary Kegel. He orgasms immediately, and he's so freaked out by it that he lost his virginity that he calls 911, goes to the ER in an ambulance, and demands a rape kit.
How does that work?
Can you imagine that ambulance ride? This guy just sitting there blankly in the EMS.
I was raped.
Do you want like a foil towel? Or
What court of law would that work in?
Is she been in prison?
She was immediately arrested. They threw her in Mormon jail.
You would have to institute like some Mormon like Sharia law style situation where like the only punishment can be dished out by God at that point. I
Right.
feel like.
And can you imagine this guy like for the I mean, how big of a pussy?
Yeah.
You would feel like the remainder of your
Yeah.
life, that guy is never going to enjoy an orgasm.
No.
Never.
He's
He's gonna
never
feel
going to enjoy
guilt forever.
sex.
Anytime
That's
somebody
so
sneezes,
awful.
he's like, He just
his
remembers
kink.
the Kegel.
That's his kink.
He loves to be sneezed on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
cool.
I think it would have created a.
Maybe a suction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a
Swallowed
Kegel.
A
I
Kegel.
think she did an involuntary Kegel.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it pinched his penis.
What is a Kegel? Is that where they?
I'm doing it.
Squeeze your-
Okay,
I'm
right now
doing it right
we can
now.
do them together.
Oh, you're doing it right now?
You can do anal Kegel. So we're going to squeeze our pelvic. Everybody squeeze 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
Am I releasing now?
No, you just kind of
You keep squeeze and release.
two,
Squeeze and release.
4, 5.
I'm doing it. You can do dick Kegels too.
How do you do that?
Really?
I'm doing them right
it's
now.
the same.
What-
Yeah,
there's
I'm doing it
Anal
too.
Kegels are hard for me. Dick Kegels.
Yeah,
There's
dick
a muscle
Kegels-
that you can go boing, boing,
Yeah.
boing, boing.
Oh yeah, my
It's the
husband-
same
my
thing that
husband.
you
Yeah.
use to like stop the flow of pee, I guess.
And
Like
it's
it's like the
boing,
same
boing.
muscle,
Yep.
and you
I
can
have
do
never
that.
heard of that.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it right now.
I'm doing them too.
Do you suffer from having a parasocial relationship with two barely competent middle-aged women? If so, please go to I'veHadItPodcast.com or to any social media site. I'm talking X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, etc., and click the link in bio and come see us at the Hot Shit Tour. Make your parasocial relationship real at the Hot Shit Tour. Right, Pumps? Tell them.
It's so fun. We hope to see you there.
Listener, this episode is proudly brought to you by Lola V, an award-winning hair care line founded by the fabulous Jennifer Aniston. You know, hair so iconic it needs no introduction. You know, Pumps, Jen, aka Jennifer Aniston, she got tired of the same old struggle we all face, choosing between hair products that work and ones that are actually good for us. With Lola V, that dilemma is history. Don't you use their detangler?
I love their detangler. It makes a huge difference when I style my hair. I also love the Perfecting Leave-In Conditioner.
Those are two of my favorite products as well. And here's a treat for you, our listener. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire order at lolav.com. Just use the code HADIT at checkout. I mean, if you're taking hair care advice, why not listen to the woman who introduced us to the Rachel cut and then just recently introduced us? Hello, full circle moment. Unlock Jennifer Aniston approved hair at lolav.com. As our loyal listener, you'll get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use the code HADIT at checkout. That's 15% off your order at LOLAVIE.com. Be sure to use that promo code HADIT. Please note you can only use one promo code per order and discounts cannot be combined. After you purchase, they'll ask where you've heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. You know, Pumps, when you get cornered by that awkward family member where you really can't tell them the exact truth about your life because they're so judgmental?
Absolutely. Everyone has a few in their family.
It's so miserable, but you know what? That should never happen, that awkwardness, when you go to visit a doctor. Enter ZocDoc, the place where you can find and book doctors who will make you feel comfortable and actually listen to you. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. Once you find the doc you want, you can book them immediately. No more waiting awkwardly on hold with a receptionist. And these docs all have verified reviews from actual, real patients. I use this and you should too. Go to ZocDoc.com/I'veHadIt and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book top-rated doctors today. That's ZocDoc.com/I'veHadIt. ZocDoc.com/I'veHadIt. So Austin, I was just thinking about this, you know, like one of the smartest things I think about Uber is it's the last test of where the customer is rated back. You know, like we all worry about like our Uber rating because that's really a window to like how you're performing. And I'd like to see your and Pumps's, considering you're both Karens. In the gay sex world, is there any sort of like rating thing on Grindr?
You know, there's
where you
not.
can leave reviews.
There's not. That'd be interesting, but to my knowledge, there's not. I mean,
I feel like that would get catty.
They're definitely. I think in small circles, people get reputations. Certainly.
What's yours?
I think it's good.
Selfish top.
No. No, like not to get too vulgar here, but I love, to me, like in all seriousness, and he jokes because he knows I'm a service stuff. It is so important to me that my partner is having pleasure to a point where if they're not, I'm out.
That's a gay
That's how I know you're
mindset.
gay right
Yes.
there.
That's how I immediately know you're gay, because for men, her husband performed horribly, soft served time after time again. She had to create a scenario to get, to make him take it over the finish line,
Right.
because we know she likes it from behind. And then he took a victory lap for 36 hours.
That's crazy.
About how
Something we
great
might
he was.
One time,
Yeah, no,
Because I
that
know
is-
you and I are both service straights.
I love that.
Okay, we're going to play a game called Had It or Hit It.
Had it or hit it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God. Welcome to Had It or Hit It. I would hit it.
Had it.
Had it. I hit it every day, sometimes twice a day.
All right. Nicotine gum.
Hit it. I hit it.
Had it, never had it, never gonna have it.
Have you ever smoked?
Never.
Indifferent because I've never had Nicorette.
Really? Have you ever smoked
Yeah.
and you just cold turkey quit it?
I'm just like, if I'll have a few beers, I'll go outside and
Yeah.
smoke a dart, a delicious
Drinking
treat.
and
types
cigarettes
of-
have to go together.
Yeah, they do. And those types of Pumps and I were smokers.
Right. Like
we
2 packs
solved
a day,
lot of problems
serious
smoking
about it.
Marlboro Lights. And the people like you who could just almost serial killer like have a beer or two, have 3 or 4 cigarettes.
That is insane. You're so
I
right.
don't know how that
Infuriating.
happens.
How do you do that?
My girlfriend gets really mad at me because she vapes. And when the vape is gone or out, I live my life. I'm fine. And she's like, how are you not thinking about buying another vape? I'm like,
It's
I'm
very
fine.
frustrating.
I have a totally anti-addictive person.
You know what is? I don't want to be disrespectful, but you guys, I feel like in order to you guys would be sexy smokers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm serious. Like you.
We thought we were. We thought we were.
I'm dead-
'Cause we were like, we
We
were
crushed
cool.
it.
No, I'm serious.
We
Like,
crushed it.
Marlboro
Yeah,
needs
no.
to hire you guys for an ad campaign.
No, it's
because
hot.
Back in the day.
It's sex. Like you guys,
It's hot.
like not all people look sexy when they smoke, but
We thought we did. I used to make fun of vapors. I was like, when I only smoked, I was just like, fucking vaping is not cool. Smoking is what the cool
Vaping
people
is
do.
still not cool.
No, it's
Smoking,
not.
very cool though.
you're the reason why smoking was cool. I think.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
never
all that.
forget. I went to her house. Our kids were super young, and she had the flu. And she's like, I need for you to come over and bring me something. So I brought her something. I meet her on the side of her house, and she's got this huge fur coat on in the suburbs of Oklahoma City. And she has like 103 fever. She can barely talk, and she just whips out this cig. And I go, why are you smoking? And she goes, well, I can't get non-addicted.
I didn't want to stop smoking while I was sick.
Yeah.
No, I was first thing in the morning, coffee and a smoke.
Yeah, see, coffee.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the deal.
Okay. All right. Had it or hit it. Stanley Cups.
Had it.
Hit it.
You
I'm a
and
hit it.
Cups are
We
like
are the same
soulmates.
We're the same person.
Yes.
Hit it. I don't mind. I like
I
a
love
good
a Stanley Cup.
I like a good Yeti cup, unless it's a controversial thing. You can't like both. I like a great Stanley, good Yeti. I think we're perpetually as a society dehydrated.
Right.
And
I think it's hydration theater.
You think so?
It is the ultimate thirst trapping. I've had it. Nobody needs to carry around a goddamn receptacle like this piece of shit right here
Yeah.
with your podcast logo
I think that's
on it.
March's, right?
That is a Stanley Cup.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, I've had it.
I've had
they
it.
drive me fucking crazy. Everybody going bananas at Target,
Mm.
acting like goddamn vultures, and then schlepping around these cups all the time. Look at how hydrated I am.
But they are though.
I've had it.
They're hydrated. We're so
I think
hydrated.
people are drinking too much water.
We're peeing clear. We're peeing clear.
Clear.
Always.
I think
would
it's
say-
water theater. You're right. I don't think they're drinking all that.
I would say hit it, but I would say it because Stanley Cup is just a receptacle for a new niche in the population, right? Hippies have Nalgene's. Fucking bros have Yetis. Everybody now has their receptacle, and I'm on board with women having Hydro Flask and Stanley. This is their corner of the market.
Wait, dude, I have a Stanley.
Soccer moms.
yeah, I think
Am I
it's-
with the women?
Gays.
Oh, the gays.
I think Stanley Cup, and I saw this on Twitter, but I think Stanley Cup is a signifier that America has no walkable cities because it is literally a product.
Totally.
It is literally a
Agree.
product designed for the suburbs, because it's so massive that there is no way. Think about when we go to Europe and we have to walk around a lot, take public transit all the time when we're doing stuff.
Fucko,
and we're
I need it
constantly-
at my desk, so I'm not constantly
That's what
taking
I
laps.
mean.
Because you
Exactly.
have to,
It's a
to call
product.
an Uber to your sink. Our houses are huge here in the United States.
The point I'm trying to make is that yes, it is a indoor receptacle. You cannot have a Stanley Cup if you are on the go. If you live in New York, it's a very difficult thing to just like lob
That is true
around.
because I've tried.
You're,
And I
you're
think-
also underestimating though the mouthfeel of the straw. I think that was the first thing that drew people to Hydro Flask is like the water tastes better, right? It's like a Mexican Coke. There's something about that glass
Really?
bottle that just sets it off. Yeah, there's something about Stanley water.
Well, Mexican Coke is because it's not high fructose corn syrup and real sugar.
the bottle helps as well. The bottle helps.
The
as
bottle
well.
does help. Yeah, I agree with that.
There's something about the mouthfeel of that Stanley straw.
It is a great straw. It's a great
interesting.
size.
It's a stress reliever.
Were you the gay one, or which one of you?
Listen, I learned about how to be gay. I took him to West Hollywood. And he
did.
all-
We taught him everything he knows about being gay.
He took me to West Hollywood. He took me to the Abbey. He went to the ATM, slapped down $100 and $1 bills, and he guided me through tipping my first stripper.
You also
The dick
will-
dance.
I love that.
Yes,
That's a good friend.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
He hasn't been with me since, but
Yeah.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
once or twice. Hassan came for about 5 minutes.
He's
Will
an addict.
Will has been a better ally than Hassan.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I'm a
Hassan
better
won't
ally
go-
because I always try to tell you that like there are better upscale gay institutions that you could frequent and not like the entry level that all the bachelorette parties are held at because it's like you're going to like the Disneyland version of
Raj.
gay.
Yeah, I love Disneyland.
No, that's what I mean. It just sucks. Like I don't like it.
He won't go.
I don't like it because it's like
He
it's
wouldn't
grimy.
go on my birthday.
I did go on your last
Guys.
birthday.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Had it or hit it, cats.
Oh.
Hit it.
You are gay.
Yes. Are you? Have you had it?
I've had it with cats.
Yeah,
I
I've had
hate
it.
You're
cats.
breaking up.
Shit.
We're not going to break up. we're going to work through it.
We can work through this.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
work through this.
Had it 100%.
Hit it.
I'm a massive dog person.
Same.
I think I talk about this quite a bit. Obviously, like, look, I am leftist, and there's a thing with leftists and cats. I don't know, my community, everyone's a cat guy. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, cat guy. Okay, so that's the thing. People love cats in the space that I frequent. I think cats are they're too hot and cold. It's like
Agreed.
I don't want a shitty roommate. You know, I don't want a shitty roommate that like I can't pet all the time, or
Agreed.
like the shitty roommate comes over and is like, pet me. And then I start petting, and then he's like, okay, I've decided that this is no longer fun, and I'm going to go 0 to 100 and start clawing you. I'm like, what? It's an abusive relationship. Cat
It
owners
is.
have an abusive relationship with their pets.
Okay, last one. So I think we're all obviously left leaning,
Yes,
progressive.
for sure.
We all obviously know the pitfalls of capitalism.
Yes.
I think everybody in this room has been able to excel at capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
When you can excel at capitalism, you get to buy nice things.
Yes.
Yep.
So, had it or hit it, designer drip.
Had it.
Really?
Had it. I don't care. I've never really
don't
care about. See?
I don't care either.
I don't care. As long as it, I think designers, this is maybe controversial, especially amongst these two. I think every time I go shopping, I see designer drip. It looks ridiculous. People
Who would
look
wear that?
ridiculous, and I look ridiculous when I wear designer things. There are certain pieces, like, is Gucci designer?
Yeah.
So I've got like a Gucci necklace.
What the hell?
Sorry, I don't know. See, I don't know. But I think certain pieces are nice, but like some people, they look ridiculous. I've had it. I don't care. As long as it looks good, I don't care what brand it is.
Agree.
But you do like to fly first class.
I do.
Okay.
Well, I
5-star
mean-
hotel.
No, he's
Yes.
he's a
Turn
bougie
down
bitch.
service.
He's a bougie
Love
bitch.
the turn down
Fruit
service.
amenity bowl.
Oh, essential.
No, he 100% is a
Essential.
bougie bitch.
How'd you read that? We've only known each other for an hour.
Hey, I mean, you spot it, you got
Do
it.
you like that though?
Fucking love.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all gonna get along.
We're hotel snobs big time.
Oh, we got to talk about it. But
Okay, Hassan,
It's hard right now.
had it or hit it, designer drip.
Oh, I hit it. When I was younger, I loved like all of the brands and fashion, and I would like even sometimes like design my own like jackets and stuff because I used to draw a lot when I was younger. And all of these brands, like I would always want to acquire them, and my parents were like, "Of course not! Like what? That's crazy. You're not getting it." And I remember like getting like fake hand-me-down Nikes and everyone making fun of me, even though like my family was very affluent growing up. Obviously, I went through a period of independence where I was financially very unstable. But in the beginning, my family was very affluent, and they still would not spoil me. So I've always been fascinated. I think like fashion is an important way of expressing yourself. You absolutely don't need designer drip at all. However, I do like it. I like the craftsmanship that goes into it. I like
art.
the effort that goes into it.
The seams, the lines.
Exactly.
It's art.
And there are definitely like a lot of fashion brands that, in my opinion, will have, much like your favorite musician, not all of the songs are going to be bangers in the album.
Right.
Some of them you listen to, some of them you're like, oh, this sucks. A lot of fashion houses, especially if they're following trends or if they're rebranding, will go through a period where they have a lot of misses, right? But when you find that one piece that you've been looking for and it fits you perfectly and it makes you feel awesome and you can respect the craftsmanship that went into it and all of the materials that were sourced and you just envision it. I'm basically describing commodity fetishism, by the way. but yeah, I mean, it literally is. And it makes me feel good. And I hit it.
Love it.
Definitely.
Okay. Well,
For myself, I've had it. But, but hear me out. For myself, I've had it just because I can emulate most of the trends that I want to more affordably. Almost everything I'm wearing right now is MX DVX. He was wearing MX DVX earlier, which is a relatively affordable brand. So a lot of the designer stuff on men, I don't love it right now, but hit it for women. I don't know what happened to me,
I could agree
but
with
I
that.
love shopping for my girlfriend now because she's not big on designer, but I fucking love it. Like I recently got her an Alexander McQueen bag with brass knuckles on the top.
Yes, I have that one.
I saw it and
It's
I couldn't put it down in my mind. I was like, that's so fucking hot. And all I could think about was like me carrying it, but then I bought it for my girlfriend because it's next best.
Right.
And I love
Cross-dressing by proxy.
Yes.
Do you get upset? Do you get upset that like men's even designer stuff is so entirely limited?
Yes.
And then you look at the women's section, you're like, there's so much cool stuff.
Aloe, I'm talking to you. Fuck you. Your women's shit is so awesome, and your guy shit looks like divorced dad trash.
Yeah.
Every time I go shopping with my girlfriend, I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking cute. Oh my God, this is so fucking cute. And then I go to my stuff, it's like, it's all gray. It's all gray and it's baggy.
It sucks.
Fuck you.
It sucks. I hate it. We need more variety in menswear. It's so awful.
I want to dress like a
this is the
professional
maximum
wrestler.
variety.
I want to dress
Drop
like Ric
crotch.
Flair.
That's it.
I want feathers and
can't do drop
sequins and just fucking.
I experienced this when I have two sons when they were little, and I loved to shop, and I loved, like Hasan, I loved the artistry behind it. I imagine it starting as a sketch, and then they source the fabric, and all other knockoffs are made from those big fashion houses, and then it comes down to different brands, H&M, whatever.
Yeah, like Devil's or Prada.
Zara. Yeah, exactly. But when my kids were really little, I'd go shopping for them, and I'd walk into like the Baby Gap or something. And the girls' clothes would be so cute, and they're all on one side. And then I'd look over to the boys, and I was just like,
Trash.
total garbage.
Yeah.
I think that's it, you guys.
Wow.
I can do one more, had it or hit it.
Let's do
Let's do one more.
more.
Let's do
Okay.
one more.
All right, last one, had it or hit it, Taylor Swift.
Controversial.
Hit it.
Will is a people pleaser, so he's going to give you the most people pleaser answer. I will be the honest one. Okay? I've had it. I've had it with Taylor Swift.
Every time Cutie's not here.
I've had it with Taylor Swift. As a person who doesn't even consume it, and I think a lot more people are going to have it with Taylor Swift eventually because there's overexposure. There's too much overexposure right now. It happens with every trend. Taylor Swift sneezes in the direction of something and it becomes a trend. Partially because she has the most powerful constituency on the planet.
Yeah.
White women. Especially white women. And some gay men, but definitely white women. And
They go
women
hand in
are,
hand.
I think, responsible for 85% of everything that we consume. They purchase 85% of the things purchased in the United States of America. Did you guys
Women?
know this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
did not know
Like an insane number, right?
Wait, that's crazy.
Very powerful constituency. Taylor Swift has it locked down. I appreciate everything she's doing. It's great. I love it. However, I think the overexposure has gotten a bit much. I don't mind the NFL stuff. Like you said, she brings a new audience to the NFL. That's wonderful. But I do think that overexposure is going to inevitably start tanking her brand even.
I think he's right.
I'd
Go
hit
ahead.
it. I'd hit it. I don't really have any strong opinions though.
I'll give a
I
two-part
can't
answer
do
to
it.
All right,
this.
what's yours?
Hit it, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Had it, Swifties.
Excellent answer.
Excellent
Will.
point.
Excellent
I think
nuance there.
Taylor Swift, in and of herself, she buys into this to a certain degree, but like at a certain point, who doesn't want to be a billionaire? So, okay, there we go. Now, the second part of it is Swifties. And I think particularly young people right now, the fanatical nature of them is almost like the same level of buy-in that you give to a psychic, right? A lot of Taylor Swift's music has elements of a cold read, where they are life moments that are like non-specific to anyone. And so they are specific to everyone.
Right.
And so many young women hear this music and they go, this is my story. The minutia of my life is important. That breakup is important. My sweater, I feel shitty about my first relationship too. And I would urge those women, it's okay to have those security blankets and to want to feel seen. But at the same time, write your own 1989. Get out and don't live fanatically through someone else's life. Have interesting stories about yourself that make people want to gravitate to you in the same way.
I think, they live vicariously.
That was
through
brilliant.
her.
That was brilliant. I mean, that's
Exactly.
really insightful.
The psychic cold read thing.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah. He's the hot one. He's the gay one. I need to be the interesting
You're
one.
the smart one. You can be the smart one.
Hey, you know what? I've never been known for my brains. That's for sure. I have a college degree.
I'm
That may
not.
shock you.
It doesn't shock me at all.
No, Pops is an attorney.
Well, because I'm not the brainiac. I don't know. It doesn't shock you,
No, not at
No,
all.
not at all.
really?
No, I think all of y'all are very,
Very, very smart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's the first time I've heard that in a while.
I'm going to hit Taylor Swift because she is energizing Gen Xers to register to vote. So I'm in.
Oh, I like
We need
that.
all the help we can get.
I'm with you.
I think our takeaway today is the budding lesbian relationship
Right.
between Pumps and Austin.
I think we're gonna phone bank together for Joe
Yes.
Biden. I think that's what we're gonna do.
We might lift the ban permanently. If Fair and came to Oklahoma, we'll take you to a Thunder game.
yeah.
That'd be
We're to
awesome.
OU
We'll
game.
go look at these pothole covers.
Okay.
Make an IG story.
There was
I love
there
that.
was a method to our madness, right? We knew what white women love the most: being ignored completely.
You're exactly right.
That is
It works
my
like a
ticket
charm.
to love.
Look like
Ignore
being-
me. I
You
love
played
you.
us like a fucking fiddle, and you won.
We wanted this bad, and
We
so
did.
we had to commit.
We had to be effortlessly cool and,
Yeah.
and like not
Yeah.
caring too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
That's how it worked.
Well, you pulled it off
We did.
Thank you.
completely.
Okay, listener, what we're going to do is I think we started a cult on our Patreon. It's called the Cult of the Titty Mamas. We're the Titty Mamas.
I think I'm already in.
the members of the cult are the titty babies. So we'll talk to them about where this has just been a temporary lift.
Just temporary.
We'll report back
Okay.
and let you know what the results of
you'll
the
be
ban are.
crying.
It's a
Sure.
The titty
pending ban
babies.
right now.
Okay.
We got to talk to the titty babies. We're the titty mamas. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
you
It was
for
so
having us.
fun.
Thank you for having
We
us.
had a
So
blast.
fun.
This is incredible.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us here in your
course.
house. It's
Anytime.
fabulous.
Oh, this is your house, but anytime. Anytime.
All right, how can our listeners that don't know about Twitch, don't know about all this crazy ass shit that y'all do, how can they find you?
I'm live every day, often from 11 a.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/Hasanabi. It's like YouTube, but for live streaming. I do a news broadcast for around 8 to 10 hours every day.
Psychotic.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I have a YouTube.
We never see him.
Hasanabi is my username on most platforms, except for on Twitter. It's Hasan the Hun, and that's it. That's where you can find me. And what about you guys?
I host shows sometimes on Twitch. I'm coming out with a new show. Coming out with a new show called In the Tub with AustinShow, where it's me in a bathtub. I haven't worked out the details yet, but then it's going to expand into a traveling show where I go to other people's bathtubs.
You can
I
find
like
him
that.
on
I
my
like that.
stream.
Yeah, it's called In the Tub. With, by the way, you're doing that show with me, and so are you, where we're in your bathtub and we're doing a show in your
kinda
bathtub.
like it.
Isn't it kind of
I
cool?
like
don't
it.
know,
I think it's a great
charcuterie.
idea.
I'm Will Neff. I'm a former comic, and now I do like a film class and kind of a little stand up on my Twitch every night at 7 p.m. West Coast time.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Will
amazing.
Neff. Yeah.
And we're the Fear and podcast. We're
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of us. You can find us on YouTube, Fear and. That's where we're missing our lovely, beautiful cutie Cinderella.
Yeah.
Cutie
There
Cinderella.
would have been too much female energy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
3 to 3. It would have been too much.
She didn't make the cut.
We're misogynistic.
unfortunately. Yeah, we are.
Our podcast is about misogyny.
Yes, absolutely.
And homophobia.
That's right. Which makes it uncomfortable for her and myself.
Oh yeah, he's so uncomfortable in homophobia.
I like to be.
I can
like
tell,
to be gay bashed.
absolutely.
It's my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, Pumps, tell him.
We will see you next Tuesday or Thursday or both. You guys are amazing.